Okay, let's test this thing and see if we are actually live or not. It says the signal is coming in clear. Let me just check the audio. Okay, let's test. All right, we're live. Digital Blade CA is here. Harjot, Gertesh, Jennifer Gala, Susie from TO, Aiden Thompson McGuire, Mark M, Parish Kid, Steph Curry. Good morning, everyone. It's Saturday, February 21st, although it might still be Friday where you are. 11:10 a.m.'s the time. It's about 10 degrees Celsius, and I'm here in Myeongdong. Painsel says good morning from Ho Chi Minh. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get the stream up and going. My SIM card has plenty of speed, although when I was in Thailand, I had 2 SIM cards. But here in Korea, I was just relying on my data roaming through Rogers, but the latency isn't good enough to live stream from, so I just bought a 1-day SIM card, unlimited plan for like $6, just to be able to do this stream, and it seems to be working. So I've been in Korea a few days. I haven't made any content. I've been catching up with some old friends and that type of thing. I went out last night, had an exceptionally late night with a lot of adult beverages involved. But just so we can say we got out and made a video in Korea, here we go. So good morning to you. This is an extremely hungover dude live streaming right now, but good to get back on and reconnect. I haven't really made any content at all my last few days. I decided to just kind of disappear. Hey, Phuket Walk is here. Alicia Lewis. I did 3 days kind of off the grid in Thailand. No streams or videos. I made a video from Bangkok to Seoul. That could be the next video on the channel because I don't have anything else. I have another one from Bangkok, and I'll be doing a flight video probably from Seoul to Toronto. I'll be getting on a plane later tonight, actually, if you're wondering when I'm coming back. But we wanted to break up our flights. Going from Bangkok to Toronto in one shot is a bit of a slog. So we gave ourselves a few days here in Seoul. I got a lot of friends here. I was out in Gangnam last night. We went to a Hanu beef barbecue restaurant. Some of the best barbecue I've ever had, actually. It was a pretty high-end place. Hanu beef is Korean beef, and it's more expensive in Korea because, well, it's much better than imported beef. It doesn't have to travel across an ocean. I think the marbling is good. Painsel says Air Canada. Yep. But I got notification yesterday that my Air Canada flight has been upgraded, so I will not be flying in the very back of the plane. I'm looking forward to that. I once did Toronto to Seoul in signature class in a pod at the front. That's the busy Myeongdong area. We'll wander through there. So hopefully I'll be able to make a video premium economy, maybe business class, who knows? Well, I know, but I'll save the suspense for that video. Either way, I'm looking forward to the flight. It's not often I look forward to a long flight. Travel Fun 69 is here. Jeff, you missed Korea. Good to see you, Jeff. This is the place I called home for over 5 years. I moved here in 2007. There's really no like downtown Seoul, but if there was, this would be it. Namdaemun Market is just straight ahead. That's the famous Shinsegae department store. We're not too far from Seoul Station. But I'm glad this last minute $6 SIM card is working. Take care, Johnny. Catch you on Stumbles. I don't know if there will be a Stumbles tomorrow night. Maybe. Should we wander into Namdaemun Market? We've got a little bit of time, I guess. It's been a long time since I've been this way. It's actually kind of nice. It was pretty chilly last night. Greetings, Lorena. How is Seoul different from Bangkok? It's like asking, how is your foot different from your head? They're completely different. They're both loud and chaotic and hectic, but that's about where this, and they both have tons of amazing food. They're completely different vibes. You definitely feel a lot safer on the sidewalks here. But there's like an energy and a craziness to Bangkok that I just love. This is almost a bit too orderly. Jeanette for a Seoul snacky. Hi, Johnny and pals. Jeanette. Thank you so much, Jeanette. Cheers to you. Yesterday I had cheese duck galbi for lunch, one of my favorite meals in the whole world. And last night, I don't know what that guy was doing. Funky Trout says Bangkok is a vibe, the chaos makes it fun. Plus in Bangkok, you could be in a neighborhood that's like this and you walk a block and you're in something that is very third world. It's just kind of, well, it's chaotic. This is organized and civil. This is the famous Namdaemun Market. I did not come here my last few trips to Korea. It's been a while. If you want like cheap luggage because you bought too much shit for your carry-on, this is the place to go. Do I prefer Bangkok over Seoul? To live, probably Seoul. To visit, probably Bangkok. But they're both pretty amazing. I was playing darts last night with guys I used to play with. Korean beef restaurant. There's the good shit. The Hanu beef. Am I popping over to Tokyo after? No, I'm flying direct Seoul to Toronto tonight. I'm probably gonna go to the airport nice and early. It's like an 8:30 flight. I was able to get late checkout at the hotel, but they could only offer me 2 p.m. as the latest. So probably at 2, I'll take the airport limo. Okay, you can get these. You thought it was going to be Tokyo? 1,000 won for one of those fish snacks. Look at that, 1,500 won. If you're in Korea, you recommend Seoul. Have been. This was really more of a pit stop. But the people I met last night were longtime friends. A lot of Irish car bombs. And Sengmakju was involved. It's an older demographic at this market. Well, what I'll do is I'll wander back over to Myeongdong in the main shopping area, which should be quite lively and packed. Look at that. A little narrow. Mr. says we want Toronto content. That's why we subscribe to this channel. Sorry to disappoint you. I guess I'll just never leave Toronto and make content from there every day. Some people are ridiculous. You strongly recommend I avoid Myeongdong. Why? That's like saying avoid Times Square because most Americans don't go there. It's still worth going to and seeing. Especially in this cold ass weather, if you want to go shopping, where else are you gonna go? The last time here, I think I stayed in Gangnam, and the time before that, I stayed in Jongno. Julian says, welcome back to Seoul. Willie T says, I like the excursions. No, thank you. I did not make too much content on this one. But I did get myself to a tropical beach. I met a dude from Calgary actually. Super friendly dude. He was just kind of wandering around alone and tagged along with us. We ended up just renting a speedboat to shuttle us out to an island. Did I go to Hongdae yet? No Hongdae on this trip. Last time I was here, I went to Hongdae and I saw Eugene Levy walking around. No Hongdae, no Itaewon. We did Gangnam last night. It's because a lot of my friends live there. I can see my hotel from here. Hey, we got the cross. There's plenty of Korean places to eat in Myeongdong. That's not entirely true. It's all catering to Chinese tourists. But it is true, a lot of people from Japan, Taiwan, and China will take 2 and 3 day flight packages and go to Myeongdong and just shop their selves tired for a few days and head back to their country. It's very popular for that type of trip. I seem to be wandering around this place. Looking much less hectic than Bangkok. It's a lot quieter without so many motorcycles. Is Korea as developed as Japan? I would say so. In some ways, it's a lot more modern, believe it or not. A lot of Japanese infrastructure is kind of built on ancient tech that they stubbornly refuse to upgrade. Cacao taxi. I took one of those last night. We were out late enough that the subway wasn't running. There's a gorgeous old building. I think that's a remnant from the imperialist Japanese days here. MK says you were just in Thailand. You had an 11-hour layover in Seoul. You were walking these same streets. Well, you picked a pretty good spot to have a long layover. A little more Namdaemun market on the left. I'm wondering, sometimes you cannot cross these streets for, yeah, there's no street crossing for quite a while, so we're gonna head in the other direction. Anderson says, unbelievable how clean everything is. Yeah, well, they want you to cross through these things, but I'm probably going to lose signal if I go through there. We'll figure it out. Share bikes. One of my buddies last night asked me if I knew Johnny Somali, as if I would know that idiot personally. Hey, there's my airport bus, the 6015. If you are coming into Seoul, that is the most convenient and best way to get in here. Yes, they have a fantastic train system, but these airport limos are where it's at. You get a nice, comfortable, reclining seat. If you're worried about your luggage, they'll give you a luggage tag. So no worries there. They're super easy and convenient to get to from the airport, and they'll take you pretty much door to door. Hey, we've got 400 viewers. Thank you guys. Sorry, it's been a minute since I've been live. How is the weather here? It's about 10, 11 degrees today. I think there's going to be a high of about 12. It's quite cold at night. Kurtish asking, what's for lunch? That's a good question. I broke down and did something I haven't done yet on this trip for breakfast. I went to McDonald's. This hotel I'm staying at does not have, or we did not get the breakfast. One of your favorite Starbucks around here. Is it that one? Oh God, we gotta cross the street 2 more times? Your bet with yourself was I will go to Tokyo. I think I did Tokyo twice last year. Yeah, if you want to cross the street without queuing up, they got these underground walkways. Some of the intersections have overground walkways you could take. Greetings, first last A. Can I collect points at back D's? I did not use my app. Hey, Ishmael, happy birthday. Is this near Jongno? Yeah, we're about like a 10-minute walk from Jongno. You'll be doing Bangkok and Pattaya later this year. Well, hopefully you enjoy. It's a very popular combo. Make sure to get out to Koh Lan if you go to Pattaya. It's a very, very easy, quick, cheap trip to go see a tropical island. Samsung, Hyundai, Daewoo everywhere. I think all the Daewoos are now Chevrolet here. I think that's how GM got around their import tariffs. They took over Daewoo, their auto manufacturing, and Hyundai and Kia merged. So really, there's just one Korean car company left, when there used to be three, if I'm not mistaken. And Korean Air and Asiana have merged. So there's only going to be one big airline, which means Star Alliance is probably losing the Asiana connection. Chata won 700 or 7,500 won. A cup of coffee at Starbucks costs 4,700 won, 330. I hope you enjoy your coffee and have a wonderful trip. Thank you so much for the 7,500 won. 고맙습니다. Thank you. I will probably pick up a nice coffee after the stream. That headache is improving a little bit. I'm not too far from the Cheonggyecheon stream, but we'll probably avoid that this time. I've streamed from there the last few times I was here. The Lotte department store will be coming up. Epic Nation HD, 31 months of membership. Liam, thank you, good sir Liam. Cheers to you. Transit Mobile Scooter, Darren, to add to my coffee fund. Thank you, Darren. Thank you and your roommate for all the good support over the last year. Thank you, Transit Mobile Scooter. Hope all is well on your end. That store there, Olive Young, is everywhere. Someone described it as like Sephora on crack. Apparently it's a good place to go if you're into that sort of thing. Famous Lotte department store is coming up on the left here. There's the Westin. Bodie McBoatface. Thank you, Bodie McBoatface, for the super. Cheers. I almost said arigato, but wrong country, dude. We can cut through the underground there, but or we can stay up at street level. It's such a nice day. That's exactly it, math doctors. If you want to know the real reason I'm in Seoul, traveling back from Bangkok, the person I'm traveling with didn't want to do it all in one shot. And they were looking to spoil themselves with a business class flight, but those are stupid expensive. But they found going from cold weather cities, it's generally a lot cheaper. So they booked a business class flight from Seoul to Toronto using points. Just to get that experience. And I have so many friends here. Kind of came to be. Yeah, the flight from Bangkok to Seoul was about 5 hours. We got in early. And honestly, it was probably the best domestic flight I've ever been on. No word of a lie. Thai Airways was fantastic. It was an almost brand new A350 we were on. In my opinion, the very best plane you could possibly be on. One of the best economy layouts and seats as well. The food was amazing. Just everything about that flight was awesome. You'll see in my video, but I was extremely pleased with it. Well, the only thing that sucked was it was like an 11 p.m. flight. So we got in at Seoul at like 6. Where's the snow? I don't know. You'll see there's 3 colors of buses. Green buses, which are very local, kind of take you around the immediate area. The blue buses will travel all over Seoul, and the red buses will take you out of Seoul. Here comes a red bus. They'll go to a neighboring city. But if you're not a fan of taking the subway, you can pretty much always find a bus going wherever you need to go. But you won't be able to use your Google Maps here for those purposes. Google Maps is very limited. But like Tokyo, they have like a circular green line. And this is it, line 2, Uljiro Ilga. So I could have taken that to Gangnam last night. It's a Korean barbecue restaurant. Blue Roof Town. How come Google Maps is so good in Japan but not Korea? I think that's something to do with pain. I think there's some protectionist stuff in there. How is transit there? Is it better than the TTC? Well, that's not even a question. It is an order of magnitude better here. Lemon Mart? Yeah, we'll head into Myeongdong, I guess. It's an absolutely beautiful day. I just want to send a message. Alicia Lewis, enjoy Korea, Johnny. Here's a little something towards lunch. Alicia Lewis, thank you so much. I'll try to enjoy what's left of Korea. What map am I using instead? Kakao has maps. Transit. Kakao pretty much covers everything. They